man? Thanks for chilling with CuZo, bro. What a dude, man. Had a good weekend. It's pretty solid, you know. I'm feeling grateful, just grateful, you know, to be alive, to be able to speak, you know, chill and relax, roof over my head, just grateful, you know. I'm chilling. That's how my mental feeling. I'm chilling. You know, I can't really complain because it's like when you have these moments, like I said before, you gotta stay in it, man. Gotta enjoy the little things or the little moments where it's just like I'm at peace right now. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm at peace. Shit, with that being said, let's get on into it. First of all, I don't know why my mic that low.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and anything.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy how like the ad just want to play, but come on, video, what's going on? Guess we got to refresh.
So it's no secret that rappers come and go every single year. One moment, artists can be on top of the game with everyone wanting a feature, and the next they can be completely fallen off.
What technically was falling off? You know what I'm saying? I done made 30 million. I don't gotta do. Yo, do I gotta keep making music, bro? I don't need to, bro. I'm rich. I don't need to make music. I do it because I know I still have fans.
And with that fall off, obviously comes a lot of scrutiny and public embarrassment. And the saying really is true that the quicker someone rises up, the faster they will likely fall back down to the bottom. There is a myriad of reasons for this phenomenon. For one, we obviously live in the fast food era of media, from movies to music, and even videos and online content we digest on a daily basis. Most pieces of major media now seem to lack a certain quality they possessed in the past. And I'm not necessarily just talking about from a budget standpoint. Today, things seem more rushed, more formulaic, less thought out, and moments tend to come and go faster than ever before. We live in an age of information and content overdrive, and with social media, anyone and everyone can now go viral. And every day, there are millions of people desperately yearning and grinding away to try and get themselves out there. Meaning, when someone does make it, there is a good chance that hundreds, if not thousands of people will try and replicate their success in some shape or form. And since most of the artists who blow up really fast do not have the fan base in place to carry them through the tough times, it's easy for these fickle fans to turn their backs on or simply stop caring about a rapper's.
No one out here is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But they had a time, you know what I mean? What just happened? My God. Nah, but they had a time. Lil Pump and what's her boy name? I can't remember. Smoke Perp, right? That was his name.
enough. You know what I'm saying? I done made
Less thought out,
Rap where like people got fame so
their success in some shape or form. And since most of the artists who blow up really fast do not have the fan base in place to carry them through the tough times, it's easy for these fickle fans to turn their backs on or simply stop caring about a rapper's music.
there's so many parts of that era of rap where like people got fame so fast, they were so young, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that was some of the foresight that he was saying, not even necessarily about quote unquote falling off, you know what I mean?
HoneyBook keeps your proposals, contracts, invoices, and
It's not
payments
like
all
they
in one
truly
place. Megan
understand what
Flora
he's
Gomez,
saying though
and
either. Cause like all these niggas was like on heavy drugs.
So you don't think he predicted anything?
I don't think pretty shit.
No.
It's like trying to build a house with no foundation. Like if one strong gust of wind comes through, or adversity in this case, well, suddenly no one is playing the music, no one is going to the shows, other artists stop hitting you up, and the industry decides they no longer want to play with you.
In terms of like not picking up phone calls, I ain't no friendly anyway though. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't had no type of effect on me. Like I barely called. I ain't called. When I was on top.
Oh yeah, and you still owe the label 5 albums. You gotta pay back the advance they gave you, which is really just a high interest loan. They now own your masters, they own your likeness, and they're taking most of the money from your tour if you can still do that, to try and recoup their investment on not only you, but 20 other failed artists before you. Not to even mention your new lifestyle and image you can no longer afford, eating away at your pockets. By the time many artists finally see this reality, it's far too late to turn back. Like even when you strike when the kettle is hot and the industry likes you, you still will likely be replaced at some point. This combined with an intense
I see what he did there.
oversaturation of the music market has really affected an artist's chances of maintaining relevance for more than a couple of years.
All right, I've been like number
Who the fuck was Buddy? Who was that?
Maintaining relevance for more than a couple of years.
all right, I've been like number one song at or like, album sells this, and then I put out some shit that's like I take a kind of a left turn and experiment with, a different, and it doesn't hit, and how fickle and how fast people can just be like, oh, he fell off, or he, it's a game of, you ride these waves and what altitude you're at, and the inertia required to stay at this like altitude in pop culture and pop success and any of it, I mean, how long of a run can you, because it's crazy.
I don't really know, man. I probably would listen to like a good 2 G-Eazy songs. You know, don't get me wrong, he's very talented. You know, I don't know. I just feel like he had like a couple summers, and it happens. It comes with the game, and it's like if you got a core audience, they gonna fuck with you regardless. So, and I'm pretty sure he has that, so he'll be straight.
Now, with that being said, let's talk about Ice Spice, a
Lord.
female rapper who took the internet by storm over the last couple of years, but more recently has seen a serious downtrend in her career, and now tens of thousands of people are unfollowing her every single day. Ice Spice is a New York rapper from the Bronx who started making music back in 2021.
How was that growing up there? Like,
it was fun. It was real fun, like, fighting off crackheads and shit like that.
And over a year later, she would find herself going viral with her music video for her song Munch. This was back when TikTok was turning out #1 records on a daily basis, and for Ice Spice, that was really no different.
How much was there before Munch, and then how long did it take for things to go crazy?
So there was a couple songs before Munch. It was probably like 4 songs, I think.
From the start, she knew that her greatest asset was just that, shaking her rump, rubbing her cooch, and rapping in that New York accent made her infamous right off the bat. When I say that, I mean some people were hating on her, a lot of people were loving her, but all that mattered was that she was finally popping off.
Growing up, I always would just like write little raps, and I never wrote like full songs though with like hooks and verses until I got a little older and I started to understand song structure more. But I always had like this like want to write basically.
Even in promotional videos that she made before she went viral, it was beyond clear that she knew that her body was her ticket to fame. And at this point, she's one of those people who's known more for her likeness and her sex appeal than her actual music.
I feel like a lot of people think that, oh, I'm just like this like pretty girl that like posts on Instagram, but there's like millions of pretty girls that post on Instagram, and like, you know, you have to really contribute to the culture in order to like matter.
I would actually say that her existence online is more like a meme than a rapper. Now, to be clear, the two do go hand in hand in her success, and she could not have one without the other. I mean, recently she was on stream with Kai Cenat. He tells her to freestyle, and guess what she does out of pure instinct?
She twerks. That shit's horrible, bro. That shit's horrible, man.
Can we hear you freestyle? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
So much comes out, it goes viral, she signs a record deal and starts showing up doing live performances where her job is strictly to get up there and shake that ass. It was at that time that she would be seen frequently with Drake, and rumors of the two dating of course surfaced from there. Under the label, she would release her first EP, which featured more viral songs like Bikini Bottom, In Her Mood, Deli, and Princess Diana with her longtime idol Nicki Minaj.
When I met Nicki, right, for the first time in person, I was like at her studio and she was like doing her glam and stuff. And then
nervous?
I was nervous.
Yeah.
She came out, right?
Yeah.
And I was fine. But she came out and she looked at like my manager, James, and like Riot and stuff, and my photographer and everything. And then she came at me. And when she came to me and she hugged me, I started crying because it just felt like I cried, but I walked away. Like I didn't say anything to her. I was just like,
This EP was a pretty massive success for her. I mean, to me, it all sounds like one long song, but the target audience definitely ate this up. It was like the perfect music for women, and I would think gay men, to get ratchet to. Songs about being a baddie, twerking that ass, getting money, and things like that. Don't get me wrong, with this newfound fame also came a lot of new people who absolutely despised her.
I feel like when you're like huge, and people just gonna want you to fall. You know what I'm saying?
But either way, as long as people were talking about her and she was still going viral, I doubt either she or her label could care less. This EP was enough for the machine to be willing to pour more money into her career, and she would really do it.
I don't think it's that people hate her. I just feel like Ice Spice is very limited to what she can do. Very, very limited. And the songs don't really hit. But I mean, it probably do hit for the youngins though. It probably do hit for the youth. But as far as like grown ass people like who want to hear some music, you feel me? The things that she make, it ain't gonna last. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna last.
Hit it big with her next single, Boy's a Liar, catching another viral TikTok song, and further pushing her image into the public eye. And if you needed any more evidence that Ice Spice was playing the game correctly, she would get a shout out and even a feature on a Taylor Swift song called Karma, which in the music industry is like getting LeBron to back you and say you're a great player who he wants on his team. The two seemingly became friendly. Taylor Swift said that she was always listening to Ice Spice's music apparently, and she was even with her at the Super Bowl doing very weird things with her hands. And it really did seem like Ice Spice would solidify herself with the release of the massive Barbie movie last year, as her second song with Nicki Minaj would be synonymous with this Barbie resurgence. This hit actually made her the first rapper to release 4 songs that reached the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the very same year, which is very hard for me to wrap my head around when we've had artists like Drake, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Akon, and DMX amongst many others who have been absolute superstars over the years. Either way, 2023 was a great year for the ginger rapper.
They have you declaring her as the artist perfectly poised to have a breakthrough year in 2023. You feel like this is your time, this is your year?
For sure.
But 2024 so far has not been as kind to her, and it has me looking at her career through the same lens that I see someone like DaBaby, just two individuals who struck lightning in a bottle, who had their own unique sounds and went super viral and then super mainstream for about a year or two, and then once that newness kind of wears off, every song kind of starts to sound the same, and when aided by a little bit of controversy, they start to fall off. Now, in the name of continuing her fast food music run, she would come out with a rather prophetic lead single for her debut album, Y2K, Think You the Shit, Fart.
That was bull.
Which was a perfect way to kick off this album. Think you the shit, bitch? You not even a fart. Yes, that is the chorus to this masterpiece. And this was actually a diss towards fellow female rapper Lotto, as the two had been sending subliminal shots at each other for the last year. Talk about a joke of a song that many people likely had to approve before it came out. She actually has a ton of bars over the years about pooping. I'm the shit. I'm that bitch. I'm Miss Poopy. I'm Miss Poopy, but I never smell. An artist's debut album is definitely...
I cannot believe these are lyrics though. That's what hurt my feelings. Bro, I love hip hop, man, and stuff like this is not, nah, man.
Definitely something that could make or break their career, and with her using this as the lead single, that led to this album selling a modest 28,000 copies. Which, let's be honest, 28,000 is not that bad for an artist of her caliber, but with the backing of a major record label, and the fact that she was technically selling this album on pre-order for over 10 months before it would even come out, and then when you package that information with all this bullshit bundles artists can now count as sales once again, you'll see that the 28,000 number is very inflated. Can you guys imagine getting this shit on vinyl? Jesus Christ. The other thing is that year over year, Ice Spice has lost over 50% of her monthly listeners on Spotify, while producing her debut album in the process, meaning her old songs are now cooling off, and her new songs are not hitting like the old ones. In fact, she doesn't even look happy in her natural habitat of twerking anymore. And now with this latest feud that she has found herself in, she is losing followers and fans at a massive rate. And already...
I ain't gonna lie, seeing that is kind of sad. I never seen a miserable twerk in my life. That was crazy. I thought women would be happy. I thought it was women empowerment to twerk. That lady looked depressed. That shit was crazy.
In fact, she doesn't even look happy in her natural habitat of twerking anymore. And now with this latest feud that she has found herself in, she is losing followers and fans at a massive rate. And it all really started when she decided to take a rapper named Cleo Trappa on tour with her. Basically, this Cleo person would come forward and say that Ice Spice treated her like shit during the duration of this tour.
Nobody should make you feel less than or make you feel like shit because they gave you an opportunity.
The two of them had apparently been industry friends for the last couple of years, but it sounds like the extent of their relationship was mainly public appearances and content creation.
It's like every time she's like inviting me out, because we never chilled on some like chill shit, bro. Like it was never like just some chill. It was always like in the blogs the next day and the song is dropping too. So it was like, what? This girl kind of uses me for her rollouts.
She was set to open for Ice Spice, but was actually only offered this opportunity one day before the tour began, claiming that the reason Ice Spice invited her to come perform in the first place had to do with her trying to rebrand her image to make it look a certain way.
So the ending of July, I get a call from Ice very early in the morning. Cleo, come on tour with me. I miss you. Come. And I'm just like, girl, I'm not about to come on tour with you and watch you perform all month. Like, I got a nigga. I got stuff that I could be doing. I could be getting money. I have opportunities in New York. I have brand deals. I have things that I need to focus on. So for me to travel all over the United States with you to watch you perform kind of crazy. She's like, no, I want you to perform. And I gag. You want me to perform? She ain't never, ever, ever, ever brought me out on stage.
And despite worries about the last-minute invite, Ice Spice insisted that everything would be taken care of, from her travel accommodations like food and a place to stay to her actual performances. Keep in mind, this was a strenuous, unpaid opportunity that would take months of her life. Now, obviously, when someone goes on tour and opens up for another artist, it is usually a great chance for them to gain a ton of fans and exposure. So oftentimes, the bigger artists will recruit someone who makes similar music to them, or at least someone who can capture a similar fan base. Like back in the day, I saw Logic and Big Sean open up for Kid Cudi, and it was amazing because I knew all three artists, and so did most of the crowd. So I'm sure Cleo saw this as a big opportunity, but apparently once she would go on the tour, the mistreatment would begin. For example, she claims that she would often be sent on stage before the show was even advertised to start, meaning she was performing to an empty venue.
Online says the show starts at 8. It would even say 9 sometimes. And guess what time I was going on? At 7:30, 7:45. I was going on before the show starts. So that was kind of weird in itself.
Now, apparently, this was only the tip of the iceberg on this shitty situation. She claims that she had one day to prepare for the tour.
Literally one day. So I'm just like, what do I have to pay for? Nothing. You're going to be with me. You're good. You're going to be with me.
She wasn't allowed to bring anyone with her, and that she wasn't even listed on the lineup. And basically, it sounds like she felt like she was being treated as a second-class citizen, not having a dressing room, not having a hotel room to sleep in, and not being included in team meals while on the road.
And we just sitting on the bus. We just like, yo, like.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. How come? Man, I would have read the signs, bro. I would have took my ass home. Nah, just the first sign of yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Just the first sign of fuckery. I'm getting up out of there. This sounds crazy, bro.
Can somebody come with us to McDonald's? Like, nobody want to walk there by themselves. We fake want a man with us. They like, oh, that's mad far. Like, nah, like, where there's a desert, it's scary. I'm like, okay. Nobody said anything about food still. Come to find out, everybody ate. Can you believe that? Everybody ate. Guess what? They all went to a steakhouse.
Basically, it sounds like she was not part of the plan at all, and that by the end of the tour, it felt like she had overstayed her welcome. Remember, she wasn't even getting paid, and she even claims that while she was performing, her debit card was used to buy designer items behind her back, and it really just seems like the opportunity was not worth the stress, nor the time, or the effort that she was putting in, and that the opportunities she was missing out on to be there were far greater than what this had all turned into. On top of that, Ice Spice apparently stopped talking to her at all right in the middle of this tour, and basically outside of a stylist that she made friends with, she was pretty much on her own.
I didn't have a room. I was told I was going to be with her, but I didn't have a room. No room for me backstage at all. I was in her dressing room. I didn't have no rider. I was with her. I was so confused. Like, you're not being my friend, so I'm going to make more friends. Like, girl, it's like she wanted me to be miserable and alone, and it just didn't happen because that's not what God had planned for me, boo.
As some of you may know or probably don't know, I am a personal stylist, and I was hired as a backup.
You see how she ended that on a real heavy note. Bro, y'all think Ice Spice demonic? Huh? I don't know, man. She a bug out, you know, what she putting on, making it seem like she. I don't know, man. I gotta watch for these people like that. These soulless people, yeah. I ain't gonna elaborate too much on that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Stylist for Ice Spice Tour. And when I say everything that Cleo was saying is dead ass true, is dead ass true. The first thing that caught me off guard was when I first made it there, okay, I get with Spice, and me and her cool as hell, so we just be regularly talking about shit. I see she type got an attitude, so I asked her, like, what's up? Like, you good type shit? Like, you know, filling her out. She like, oh yeah, I'm cool, woo, woo. It's just Cleo black ass doing too much. I'm like, damn, hold up. So now I get back in the room with Ice. She on FaceTime with Riot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think I have I really listened to this before. Cause just saying somebody black ass, like that's kind of
Yeah. She letting him know, like, yeah, she doing too much. She blowing my scale. She was like, bitches gotta go. They asking for too much. Woo, woo. Bitches acting broke. Like, I'm really tired of her black ass. And I'm like, damn, like, why does she keep saying this? Like, what?
And let's be honest, guys, it's not rare for an opener to get less than preferential treatment while on tour with a bigger act. And you do hear a lot of stories about openers not even spending any time at all around the main act despite them
be
being on tour
confused by
together for
you know.
months. But granted, this
Like
was a Terramana
why
friend
ask
who she
somebody to
allegedly
come
begged
and
last
you gonna
minute to
treat
do
them
this
like
with
that?
her.
I took a step back and just made the opportunity what I could make it. But it wasn't genuine at all. Nothing that you do is genuine. Everything is calculated. Like I said, I was the token black friend. You didn't have your other best friend around because you said that she didn't match your aesthetic. Like there's something very wrong with somebody that is only friends with somebody for their aesthetic. Look how you talking to me like you was never even my friend, bro. She's just like, bro, this is why you're never gonna be anywhere. This is why you're never gonna get nowhere. If I was a careerless bum, why would you even bring me on tour?
Lastly, she would claim that Ice Spice has sold her soul.
So everybody hold hands, hold hands, hold hands. Lord, thank you so much for bringing this amazing group together right now with this amazing stream and our amazing teams, Lord. We are all from the same place and we are all trying to get to the same place, which is the top. And we all want to experience different things in our lives, chat. So thank you so much for bringing all of us together. And I pray that you allow us to grow on other people, on each other. And I pray that you allow us to reach any measures in this life and just watch over us daily. You bless us. You allow us to bless other people with our work and our amazing craft. And you help us enjoy this night. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
She would also share this text message.
Hey yo, you see, hey, people call that strange. That ain't that's demon. Okay, it's all right. You know, I'm spiritual. I'm I'm gonna just say that I hey, that is what you see. You call it what you see it, bro. There's no need to question anything. That's it right there. All right, and there's many more artists like that. Okay. Oof.
Exchange they had where she expressed her frustrations after the tour, and Ice Spice pretty much just replies in these messages that none of that was her fault and that it wasn't that deep. Later, she would even respond to these claims on a Twitter space where she had this to say.
Y'all put in laughing faces. Y'all know this is not funny. Bitch, you not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so much food, you fucking vacuum, that the server was like, where did the food go? Like, stop it right now. You talking about she ain't let me to the back of her room on her tour bus. She had this big ass room. Bitch, can I play with my one time?
Now, this made people even more upset, and they called out Ice Spice's hypocrisy for clowning this woman for eating a lot, when many speculate that she's been off that Ozempic weight loss program. And the speculation actually got so strong that she released this, workout weightlifting video that really didn't prove anything. People also claim that she basically is someone who thinks that her shit don't stink, and that she has way too big of an ego for how volatile her career is at this point. I mean, honestly, I didn't think this was, the biggest deal in the world, or really, cancel worthy, but with most of her fans being women, they aren't going to like the whole Mean Girl shit, especially when it feels like she was punching down here on someone who was supposed to be her friend, someone who she invited to come perform on this tour for free. I don't know, to me, if I'm her manager, we aren't releasing any more albums, just the occasional single trying to go viral on TikTok, and honestly, the primary focus shouldn't even be on rap anymore. I think she has to transition into an influencer, or an IG model, or an OF girl, or some shit like that, because to me, the curtains on her music career are closing pretty damn fast. But I do want to know what you guys think about Ice Spice. I want to know what you think about her career. I've yet to meet a big Ice Spice stan, in my life, but I'm sure they're out there. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other rap beef out here needs to be covered. So I'm out. Peace.
Nah, man. And it's like you already an industry plant. And it's like you gonna act crazy, you know? You gotta get people like that up out of here, bro. Getting quite ridiculous. I low-key love this collab right here. Big Dog be killing all the drinks and shit, you know? He'll kill a jug of juice, you hear me? And my boy, Dane, I mean, everybody know Dane. You feel me? That's so cool.
CuZo, and I teamed up with Base Smokes, convinced them to get everybody a free Tray 5.
If you had to pick between bringing back slavery or the McRib, which would you pick?
This is my everything native.
Hi, Olive. How much do you weigh? Subscribe.
Wait, Makaba, Makapela. Wait,
Oh my god. I probably
Apparently, guys really like my 3D
hell no.
desktop golf game, but I got a ton of comments saying that it wouldn't work because your desk is up against the wall. So I designed an elevated green version that would work on top of any desk, but I still need to make sure it returned the ball back to you like the original version. Except with this new design, it can't go underneath the desk anymore. So I added a little ramp that sends the ball rolling straight back towards you with any miss.
I need one. I'd love to have one of those on my desk. That'd be
I am a Nigerian.
okay.
You see the right hand, just a little bit of a tug on Cooper, but look at this play down the field. How he's able to fit that ball. It's just the perfect place for Pickens. On the run, to it.
It's just a nice throw. Everyone does it. You'll just take it, hit it into the board.
Yeah, pick it up and just throw it in.
Yeah, pick it up, throw it in.
Like this? And
Yes. It's just a nice throw. Everyone does it. You'll just take it, hit it into the board.
Yeah, pick it up and just throw it in.
Yeah, pick it up.
I cannot believe I got my hands on the viral sweat set from the brand Comfort for this cheap. The hoodie is usually $120 and the sweatpants are usually $75. But after I saw they were on sale, I had no choice but to buy. And I have never been happier that I did. And after
So I accidentally put my lunch and my margarita on my business card, which means now I have to make it a tax write-off. So that's what this video is for.
Wow. You want to eat that?
Yeah, but I'm confused.
Why?
Well, did I make this? It doesn't
That
look like
look,
I made it.
that shit looks so gorgeous, man. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, low dribble ball. It's too slow. If I just make contact with the side, it's just gonna roll across the grass. You see that? Make contact with the laces to drive the ball, so it skips. Yeah, laces, drive the ball.
Great coach. Ooh.
How you doing, bro? Good, man. I'm Corey.
Take a look at this Chinese airplane that is flying towards Japan. It's about to do something that China has never done before. Right there. This Chinese airplane just crossed into Japan's airspace, which is a fairly big deal. Now, this is kind of a classic move that China has used in its region to show its neighbors who's boss. Like, look at how many times China has flown into Taiwan's airspace in just 1 year. Last month, they did 60 of these flyovers in just 1 day. But China has never done something like this to Japan. Unfortunately, tensions continue to rise in this region, which is something I reported on recently when I embedded with the Japanese army. And if you're interested and better want to understand global politics, make sure to subscribe. Take a look at this Chinese...
No war, man. Personally, me, bro. I hate war. That's my thing. Why don't politicians just, I don't know, shoot the fair one, like throw hands a little bit. You feel me? Fist the cuffs, you know. Take the cufflinks off, roll the sleeves up, and get the boxing. That's how I feel.
These are the leader.
Like, ain't no need to be sending no young men and women to go fight just because y'all can't agree on some shit. You know? It's crazy.
Como soy chiquito y voy, no quiero mujer bonita. Como soy chiquito y voy, no quiero mujer bonita. Porque desgracia de Dios viene un grande y me la quita. Y me gusta que baile María. Se desafina y me enseña las letras. Y me gusta que baile María. A mí me gusta bailar con esa morena. Me gusta que baile María. Mi madre me dijo a mí, ay Dios, que cantar hay que gozar. Ay Dios. Mi madre me dijo a mí, ay Dios, que cantar hay que gozar. Ay Dios. Pero que no me metiera en camisa de once varas. A mí me gusta que baile María. A mí me gusta bailar con esa morena. Me gusta que baile María.
Lord have mercy. Yes.
I'll let you get in the first seat.
I want you to play this particular part of the clip one more time when they was back in the hub. Shador, shut up and catch the ball. I don't give a fuck. Catch it. I don't give a fuck. Travis, you ain't hear him say, man, bro, don't fucking try me like that. Bro, I don't need you to have any type of my faults, my bads, or man, next time. That shit don't help nobody.
And that's the expectation.
Man, the expectation
I
is
expect you to be great.
Anybody who has ever done anything great knows that. Because there's been plenty of times. Shut the fuck up, Cam, and get the job goddamn done. Yes, sir, coach. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to be mad as fuck. Yeah. But I'm going to take my damn frustration out on the damn player. See what I'm saying? Yeah. There's too many sentimental and players in their feelings nowadays. Everybody talking about gangster this, gangster. Man, shut up. Catch the ball. And if you're getting more offended by what I'm telling you to hold you accountable rather than actually doing it, you ain't the right person for it. I always said this. If you're a great person or if you're a great player and your greatness is needed and you're not great, you're not a great player. I want you to play this particular part of the clip.
Let me show you how the next Bama receiver got his GLD. I call him.
Have you ever whipped? Mark, you have 3 bottles in front of you.
Ace, and now we see the video.
So take me. Hey, chill. I just hit you again. What the you do about it?
For the first time, we are seeing body camera video when Miami-Dade police say
Wait,
they
hold
were
on.
assaulted by a
Hold
quadriplegic man. Ace so unusual.
Wait, hold
Even
on.
the judge at first appearance seemed surprised.
I have truly never seen a case.
According to the report, Amasa and his mother, seen here in red, were involved
Wait.
in an argument.
Wait.
But when
What
mom is
the
put in handcuffs, this happens.
Hey, stop hitting me with the chair, Brian. Stop doing that. He just said.
When we interviewed Amasa back then, he told us this.
They claimed that I hit them with my wheelchair.
Did you?
I absolutely did not.
The report stated that you spit at an officer.
Right. So I suffer from acid reflux, so I normally spit. And I spit like a totally different direction.
But this is the video.
You wanted this one or not?
Amasa also told us he felt space, and now we see the
God forgive me, please. Please.
Hey, hey. Salt the Wagyu in this pan. Brine it overnight till the surface dry like sand. Now I wash the premium rice I ordered from Japan. Measure with my hand, press a button, it began. Soka yo.
This is my everything native shower
I
routine.
just realized
First, we
what the
start
hell
off with
he
natives
was.
moisturize.
Wow. First of all, how he didn't cut his hand? That's amazing.
This is one of my favorite running spots here.
If you go throughout the whole Old Testament,
What's your job? What do you do? Touches. That's a boom. One touch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oi!
Chicharron in a blizzard. Nice meaty slab of pork belly. Skin on.
Get rid of that piggy's 5 o'clock shadow.
Now poke a bunch of tiny little holes. I'm talking like thousands. This is what you want to see.
Thick layer of salt.
48 hours later, we're in a tundra.
Scrape all that salt off.
Let's score the meat side.
You want to slice it all the way down to the skin.
Hot sauce is the binder.
Ain't pork's already salty? So it's a salty meat, isn't it?
Now we rub it in. Get in between each crack too.
Maple bourbon.
Be generous with it.
We're gonna throw them on the smoker at 225.
Ready to cook.
Look how much smoke pouring out of that grill.
It warps a little bit. White vinegar. Just brush that on the skin.
Bake it at 500 till the skin bubbles up. Negative 10 wind chill out here.
Oh my lord. That looks unbelievable.
Barbecue aioli, jalapeno lime crema. Little dip. I've made this so many times because it's the best pork recipe ever.
If there's one recipe on my page you ever make, let it be this one.
It's like a chip attached to a burnt end. Unbelievable. Wow.
So
Sounds
what we're going to
beautiful.
do is make sure it's on. And then the very first thing we do with puppies, as we're going to do with you, is find
The idea behind a hide.
Let's make a beef Wellington.
See, I knew y'all boys be cutting y'all fingers with all that little fast cutting and shit. I knew it. I know y'all be trying to rush in and do all of that nice cut work, but y'all be slicing your little fingers, man.
Let's make a beef Wellington.
He did his thing.
Here's how I would flip one. Just go to the clip where he says what he said.
Cam Newton has a
FIFA 24.
Excuse me, are you living in this?
This is how I used to dress.
I don't know, cuz.
Have you ever treated your wide shoulders to Hot Pot? This is Sichuan Hot Pot in Cleveland, Ohio. Hot Pot is like a friends and family dining experience, which involves dipping ingredients into a boiling hot bath of broth. My big ass ordered a smorgasbord of meats and veggies and noodles, and you basically just go to town, dipping and placing things where you like, letting them get to the temperature. Make sure you follow the directions. You don't want to give yourself food poisoning. It's on you if you up. And folks are going to say, why would I pay to cook my own food? It's an experience, jackass. Just try it. Have you ever treated your wide shoulders to Hot Pot? This is Sichuan Hot Pot in
Not your wide shoulders. That's crazy.
Alright, Burger King.
$2,000 Japanese Wagyu brisket.
Never seen a brisket like this before. Wow. Look at that marbling, dude.
Trimming this up a little bit. We're gonna render it down to tallow while we smoke this brisket.
Peppercorns, final product. Generous with that salt and pepper on there. I would toss this in the fridge for 6 hours. Throw the trim onto the smoker to reduce into tallow. I'm gonna strain this out now. Liquid gold. What are we thinking of that? I don't think I've ever seen anything. 1:30 a.m. on the smoker. 12 hours later, 170 internal. Now it's time to wrap. Scoop the tallow we made earlier onto the brisket. Cook it till it hits 200 internal. Open up your gift. Cut this first nugget off. This is normally the dry corner of the brisket people throw out. Look at that. I don't even like the lean part of a brisket, but crazy, man. Try to go about half an inch thick. Passes the bend test. Smoke ring. Watch how easy it breaks apart. Juice. Wow, dude. Try a bite. I've been to a lot of barbecue restaurants. I've made a lot of briskets. I've never eaten
Hey, I don't know if I like that shot. That was crazy.
anything like that in my life. This was a 28-hour cook, but wow, is it good. Good boy. Good girl.
$2,000 Japanese.
That shit probably delicious, man.
The thing with curcumin is you.
I don't know what it is, yeah. Carbonara. Say carbonara. That shit could be carbonara. Who knows, right? That's probably fire. I want to try to make that one day.
The top 5 highest selling game consoles of all time. Number 5 is the PS1, which sold 102 million units, and it was Sony's first console. Number 4 is the PS4, which sold 117 million units, and it's known for its powerful hardware and modern gaming. Number 3 is the Nintendo Switch, which sold 130 million units, which is a hybrid console that can be used as a home console and a portable device. Number 2 is the Nintendo DS, which sold 154 million units, and it's
Wait, damn.
the top 5 highest selling game consoles of all time, and it's notable for its extensive life appeal. Number 1 is the PS2, which sold 155 million units, and it's notable for its extensive library of games and being a DVD player, which contributed to its massive success. And that makes these the top 5 highest selling games.
PS2 is a phenomenal console, and it was ahead of its time. So it's beautiful.
30 days ago. All right, so now we have a $300 mango this time.
$300? We went to Japan. We find the best mango in
$300.
the world. So is that what they call the son of the egg?
Egg of the sun.
Egg of the sun. Wow, it's the same thing, right? A little origami comes with it, flying to the sun.
Can we just try it?
The egg of the sun, and the sun is moving.
It's not the sun, though. This is the egg.
Oh, the egg. Wow.
Compa, ¿qué le parece esa morra? La que anda bailando sola me gusta pa' mí. Bella, ella sabe que está buena.
So weird that it literally doesn't taste.
Some things might make me tear up, and I feel like I need to get my money up so I can try this, bro. I want to try this so bad.
It's like a mango.
It tastes like a peach, but the perfume is really there. Is it worth it? 100% worth it. This is very, very satisfying.
All right, so now we have.
With that being said, bro, let me go find out how to make enough money to buy a $300 mango. If you find that out, let me know. You take care, man. Have a good night.